Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where in the world you are tuning in from. Thank you for joining us here at day 5 of the United Colors of Women event. It's to celebrate the International Women's Day. And today's installment is Women of Substance. It's the first of 5 stories from women around the world about their struggles, their challenges, learnings, and growth. And this event is hosted by Club Toasted, which happens to be a Toastmasters club. And we meet the second and fourth Saturday of each month from 4 to 6 p.m. Qatar time. That's GMT plus 3. And the club meets to develop public speaking and leadership skills. So today, let's listen to Be or Not to Be, a heartwarming story written by Sumita Biswas and narrated by Pooja Saran.
To be or not to be. A wife, a mother, and a doctorate. One day, I was binge watching the American fantasy sitcom Charmed, a drama series based on the life of 3 sisters. I had already missed several episodes due to my work assignments. I held the TV remote in my hand and a bowl of popcorn on the other. One dialogue between a workaholic employee and her boss caught my attention. The employee was one of the main characters in the show, Phoebe, who was frustrated after a couple of failed relationships and focused on her career. She achieved tremendous success in her profession but forgot to pursue family life for a long time. Even after colossal popularity and admiration from general public, she started feeling lonely. Then her boss told her, "Phoebe, start a family. Or maybe one morning you will wake up and find the only thing left in your life is your career." I was married almost 30 years old when I started the doctoral program. We had just had our first child, a daughter, 7 years after the marriage. Becoming a mother again was the last thing in my mind. However, people change as the perspective change. I decided to embark on the parenthood journey while pursuing my PhD in engineering. Then halfway through, I was blessed with a second child, our son, just like an overflowing river of joy and affection. When I started my thesis and I thought I was getting close to the finishing line, our third child came into our life. People often get surprised and praise my courage when they learn about my family and work-life balance struggle. Although it was not easy to nurture 3 kids and chase your dream, I always felt I did the right thing. This fantastic journey came with many challenges, and every day I learned a new way to handle the problem. I learned some new techniques such as planning, prioritizing, perseverance, and patience, which I never thought I had in me. Of course, it would have not been possible without the help of my husband. Even my kids became compassionate and showed signs of maturity very early. One day, I dropped them off to the daycare, and my son started crying. My daughter turned to him and said, "We have to stay here for some time, or how will mommy work?" That day, I felt the blessing of welcoming my children into my life, and how empty it would have been without them. Now, you must think everything will go perfectly according to the plan if you have excellent support. That's not always true. There were many a times I thought of quitting while working, late, all alone at my table, for nights after nights. Sometimes these thoughts were so strong that I closed my books and I got up from my desk. When I laid my eyes on the sleeping faces of my children, my determination grew even stronger. I got back to my work the next day. I wanted them to remember me as a fighter and pushed myself even harder to finish. We worked together as a team, and each day we came closer as a family. There's another person, my thesis supervisor, without whom it would have never been possible to complete my degree. I told him 3 times that I was expecting a child, and every time he said, "Take care of yourself." During this journey, I often wondered whether I would finish, but my supervisor never once doubted my ability and asked me to quit the program. Once I finished my doctoral program, I shared my story with a hiring manager during an interview. After shaking a couple of hands and knocking on doors, I finally landed my dream job as an engineer.
Thank you for joining us today for the first installment of Women of Substance at the United Women of Color. It's an event to celebrate the International Women's Day. We hope you will tune in tomorrow to hear the second of 5 stories from Women of Substance. Until then, have yourself an absolutely wonderful day.